People are entitled, and I'm no longer in the business of serving entitled people. I'm in the business of serving people that are ready to be unplugged, and good people, dude. You have no idea. These people are sitting on trillions of dollars. Tate is an action type of guy. And then I've been at his home. The dude's always hustling. So to him, the dude's intelligent. He may not need books. At the end of the day, most billionaires aren't out here posting on YouTube. Most billionaires write their memoirs, they drop some sauce. The Crown Prince is making decisions. His job is to think.
And then you made your first $1 million a day on e-commerce. And how did that feel? Like,
Nothing.
What did you do to celebrate it?
Nothing. I celebrated with 2 pizzas and a pool party with my family, just hanging out.
Yeah.
Back in the day, chilling. G. I'm in the mission right. Money does not make me, bro. Money does not make me. And I say this as a guy that has a lot of money, so it sounds hypocritical for a person that doesn't have money. Like, this guy.
Can I ask you how much money you have? Like, what's your net worth?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Yeah.
No chance.
Around.
No chance. That's one of those things where I will never disclose how much I'm worth. It's impossible.
Fair enough.
Impossible. Impossible.
I tried to check online. There's not even a number.
You're not going to find anything.
Some type of number that I can shoot at them. But
yeah,
there's no
you're
number.
not going to find anything. And the reason you're not going to find anything is because I've learned a lot about how Asians move with regards to money. Money this is how Asians think about it, especially in the Chinese culture. That's why they're very secretive about money, is money's energy.
Yeah.
And the moment you begin to expose that energy, right, people start to understand how powerful or how weak you truly are. So numbers, we'll keep them private. Let's just leave actions to speak for themselves.
Nice, yeah.
That's the name of the game. You guys will see it. Give me a year.
And you deleted all your, a lot of the stuff online about you is not there anymore. And I know as well you deleted a lot of your videos on YouTube.
Absolutely.
So why have you left so less social presence? Why have you deleted so much of your videos?
Because
you told me now you have 30 podcasts you've never released.
Yeah, I have 30 podcasts that I filmed. I've never released them, never will release them, because it's too much value, too much sauce. And sometimes just people don't deserve it. You have this idea that people online, they think that you don't deserve nothing. Do you get that? Nothing. You don't deserve this podcast. You don't deserve us sitting here. You don't deserve us taking an hour and a half of our time to be here with you. You don't deserve it. We're doing it because we care. We're doing it because we want to. So when I was like, dude, I'm dropping so much sauce, people don't deserve this. I'll keep this for my Capital Club community. I'll keep this private. I'll keep it for the club. So I just decided to delete it, and hopefully it stays deleted. I know some people were able to find some files and shit on the internet. You know,
it's all over TikTok.
It's people find it, dude. People find it and repost that. That's totally fine. But I came to realize, dude, people are entitled.
People, though.
People are entitled. People are entitled, and I'm no longer in the business of serving entitled people. I'm in the business of serving people that are ready to be unplugged, and good people, dude. People that don't take shit for granted. You know when I realized this, and it really hit me, was when there was different people that got banned, over the last 2 years, multiple people, and their community didn't give a they got banned. They're like, he's banned. On to the next person, on to the next piece of entertainment, on to the next podcast, on to the next piece of value. Everybody's just parasite of value, parasite of value.
Jumping on the bandwagon.
So I'm no longer in the business of serving these people. And that just happens to be a portion of the community. And, I'm in the business right now of taking care of the club, taking care of my friends, taking care of my family. And that means sometimes you got to limit the information, what you give to people, and you have to limit kind of the exposure that you have, because at the end of the day, once it's on the internet, it's always on the internet, and you just have to be careful. Like net worth, you never know when the IRS comes knocking.
True, very true.
You never know when these situations happen. So you got to be in a situation where you protect yourself. If Elon Musk doesn't disclose how much he's worth, why would I?
Yeah, 100%.
I don't have to be a billionaire to disclose that. It's a principle. So we operate based off of those principles. If you guys look up the net worth of the royal family here, that to me is probably one of the most outstanding families to ever do it. They've literally built this entire sandhill into an absolute utopia. It's absolutely bananas. And you look at their net worth on Forbes and it says $2 billion. Motherfuckers make $2 billion a day. You have no idea. These people are sitting on trillions of dollars, liquid, whether it's in cash or in liquid petroleum, black gold. They're sitting on trillions of dollars. Real wealth, shuts up.
Yeah, they say coins make noise, but real cash is quiet. And you spoke briefly about books and the importance of books. And we had Andrew on this podcast, one of your friends, very close friends. You've done a lot of work with him.
Andrew's great.
And he said that he doesn't find books to be useful at all. What's your take on books?
So they may not be useful for him, right? But they may be useful for other people. And, you know, I'm in the situation right now where I don't like to make blanket statements like saying books are not useful.
Yeah.
Because there's 7.5 billion people on the planet and books are useful, right? They're just useful in its right context.
Okay.
You do not want to be an academic type individual, which is what I think Tate refers to, is you don't want to be the type of person that just consumes information.
Self-help junkie.
Correct. It's all like mental masturbation.
Yeah.
It's all this like, let me stimulate my mind, but have no action.
Let me feel productive without doing anything.
Tate is an action type of guy.
Yeah.
And then I've been at his home. The dude's always hustling. So to him, dude's intelligent. He may not need books, right? Because he understands where he's going. For me, on the other hand, is I understood a certain principle of the nature of books. Can I share it with you?
Sure.
So when you read words are symbols. They're letters to express what? A thought. Thoughts are energy. So what you're doing when you're reading a book is you are extracting the thought and the energy of the author while reading that book. So the question is, what type of energy and thoughts am I trying to extract? Why is this person writing this? I would be a fool with all the wisdom that's out there to not consume it. I'd be a fool. Now, it may not be applicable to other individuals, but it's highly applicable for me because of kind of how I move, right? So right now, my big thing, right, where I play most of my cards is private equity.
Yeah.
In order for me to become a master at private equity, it requires a lot of education,
100%.
Study, formal study. Like I have to get in there and understand how it works, right? You can't just be like, oh, let me toss money here, let me toss money here, let me manage my investments. You got to get educated. And the education just happens to be in the books. You can be like, oh, I'm gonna learn private equity on YouTube. That just happens to be another format of education. But at the end of the day, most billionaires aren't out here posting on YouTube. Most billionaires write their memoirs, they drop some sauce, and then they kind of operate. So I'd like to read a book every 3 days, a book every 4 days.
Wow. So
it's only 100 pages a day if you think about it. It's not that much.
How long does that take you? How many hours do you spend a day reading?
It's 100 pages a day. So if you think about 100 pages, you read a page every minute, spend 2 hours.
2 hours, yeah. And it's crazy because Warren Buffett talks about this a lot. Like you see, like people want to be successful. Look at the life of Warren Buffett. He spends like, a couple hours a day, I think, reading. And people are like, people will be like, no, you have to be like working, but he's just educating himself. Learning.
Because he is working.
Yeah.
He's just working a different muscle. He's just working in a different way. He's no longer hustling. He's a boss. He's a boss. He will have people work for him. If you look at the Crown Prince is making decisions. His job is to think.
Yeah.
His job is to use this. His job is to do this.